Hello everyone! Welcome back to talk 3 out of the series of 6.
Don't she look beautiful?
Yes, I do actually. I do, don't I?
She's excellent, isn't she?
He makes me
I
feel very beautiful. He does. He gives me self-confidence, and I know I have to find it in myself, but sometimes it's not there because of baggage from the past. Yeah.
I want you to stand in the mirror every morning and say to yourself 7 times, you're the most beautiful woman walking this planet.
Okay.
7 times.
Okay. Do you know that
and come back to me when I'm in bed.
Look, selfish motivation. There you go.
It's good.
It's another talk.
You've got to love yourself as well, you know. There's all kinds of ways you can love yourself.
Let me introduce you to this man. This wonderful man is my husband, Ozay Tulku Rinpoche. Yeah.
Hey do.
Yeah.
Hey do. It's goodbye.
Hey do. That's Swedish for goodbye.
I was trying to think of the Swedish word for hello, and it's just hey.
Hey. Yeah.
We've been learning Swedish because we got a retreat in Sweden.
That's
and if you want to come there and do the big one, just let us know down below.
Yes. Okay.
Not many people can do this though. There's one person we got there.
Yeah, at the moment we have somebody there. He's our internet son, Joshua.
Yeah.
And he's doing a retreat in our home.
Towards enlightenment.
That's right. It takes a special person, and sadly enough, so far we have only come across 2 people who might be able to go all the way, but one sadly passed away, didn't he?
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly.
Martin, yep.
Martin has passed away.
Yeah. And it's
just beyond belief, isn't it?
Yeah.
We know we all have to leave the body one day, but this came so out of the blue.
Yeah.
Just about to ease off his hard work, always working really hard, and he was getting ready to enjoy life more in a spiritual manner. He was one of those true spiritual seekers.
He's like a brother. Like, I never meet many people on there that I could call a brother, or even my own brother. And Martin, we had so many things in common. We like boating, we like meditation, we builders, we like women, we like boats. Don't ask us between the woman and the boat, because the boat will always win.
Wow. No, but he was a true seeker, and every day. And
on every level, we was the same kind of people.
And his wife shared with you as well that Maxine said in the morning he would sit at the kitchen table, and first thing he would do was check out Ozay's post, and he was always one of the first ones to comment on your posts. He was a true... I just came across a picture yesterday of Martin, which he sent here. He bought Ozay's book, Freedom, Escape the Prison of the Mind, and he was just over the moon, just having it and holding it, and
Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea, his daughter.
Yeah, that's his daughter's name. Chelsea.
Yeah, she is now commenting on our videos. She says Martin in spirit guided her to our happy live show channel. Very happy to have you, Chelsea. We are so sorry for your loss. We already wrote it to you, but
we had the same political views. We had the same. He had memories of his former life as well, same as me. There's just some people in this world that you're so connected to, even though they're not in your own family.
Yeah.
And really sad. Condolences to Maxine, Chelsea, and the rest of the family.
Yeah, our thoughts are with you.
Yeah, our thoughts are with you,
Yeah, we have a candle burning for Martin.
I've been thinking about it every day since I've been told, actually.
Yeah. Especially the first few days, it's just,
Yeah, anyway, we better get on to what we were going to talk about.
Yes. This is talk 3 of the series of talks we have planned, and this one is about evil. And I would like to ask Ozay to share with us what is evil.
What is evil? What is evil? Well, it's an action, and it's an action that's judged as evil. So,
well, where does it come from? Where does it come from? Where does evil come from?
Well, it comes from two places, the observer and the act of evil. If it's, I personally don't buy into the story of evil, because it's not where my enlightenment took me. Because in order to become enlightened, you have to see exactly what you are. And you've got to be truthful with yourself, because this is where evil really comes, and it's the dishonesty we have with ourselves, and that comes from the fact that we only choose to believe, and that's a fake word that shouldn't be in the English language as far as I'm concerned, because we believe we are good people, therefore we only follow if we tell somebody that we are this person, that person, is all good, and then we'll say something, oh, but I'm bad here, I'm supposed to be good because I can spot the bad in me as well, so that makes me good as well. So even my bad that I call myself is still good because I can say it, and that makes me look good. Anyway, I don't, personally, evil does not exist except within the mind and the judgment of an action of another being or person.
So it's a concept.
It's a concept, yeah. And so if we take the concepts away, we're looking at cause and effect, action. Why is the action there? What is the cause of the action?
Is it then coming from duality?
Yes, of course it is, yes. Yes. It's coming from our dual nature. And
what is dual nature? Is that the animal instinct and our
just cause and effect. Cause and effect. Often it can relate to I'm hungry, and therefore I make the action, cause, effect. I make the action to get food. Or I'm somebody makes me angry. How does that happen? I want to control my environment, and somebody goes against my control. That's the cause. I become angry. Why do I want to control? It goes further if you examine it. This is part of meditation, by the way. And
there's reasoning
out. And you have to find the non-evil in yourself before you can become enlightened. It's part of, or realized even. And you look and you say, why did I commit that act at that time? It was a bad act. So you have to become honest first, so that you can look at the bad acts that you did, because you'll convince yourself that your bad acts were not really bad acts. They was because
the fault of somebody else.
You made me do it. That person made me do it.
Yes.
I did that because
you made me angry.
And so it's always like, and you have to take your own bull by the horns and look at you. There's no evil in this world except the belief in it. And again, we spoke in our last video about the power of belief and creating spirits. And so if there's no evil, how come there's this devil? And the devil is created because you created him, cause and effect. You believe in him, so you made your own devil. But he's not there. He's not really. He can be melted away just with the power of belief again. Like in the films, if you watch, what was that one with the Omen? And if you believe the devil will be there. And so they use the Christ in order to get rid of the devil, which is much more, you believe Christ is more powerful than the devil. So if we have the power of belief and faith in Christ, then we get rid of the devil, because Jesus and God, we've been told, is much more powerful than the devil, because God created the devil, and the creator of the devil has much more power over divinity. And therefore, if God and Jesus is on my side, then the devil will be defeated. But the devil was created from you in the first place because you believed the devil. And Jesus was created and God was created in the first place because you believed in those two, and you give them more power than what you gave to the devil, and therefore the devil became defeated. and that's that story. So there's no evil in the world.
So that's the cause of the evil.
Yeah, you manifest it yourself.
Manifestation again. It's interesting, it comes back all the time, how we manifest things into our life, positive and negative, so-called, because we are still in a dualistic state, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
but if you become empty, and then when you're empty, there's no dualistic inside of you. You taking like the pyramid, is three-pointed, 1, 2, 3, and therefore duality is opposing each other. And the third principle, the law of three, is balance, and there's no longer evil, there's no longer good, and therefore peace.
Nice.
Because you create the dualistic, you create the bad, the good, and the evil, and it's only you that can create the peace.
Why do we create the dualistic? Why are we dualistic? Why do we have a dualistic existence, most people?
Well, it's about survival at the end of the day, and we the first thing is we're hungry, and when we're hungry, we need, as babies, we cry, and then that creates an action, the opposing force to my hunger, and right from there is the start of dualistic. But the third point of non-hunger is to be peaceful from it. There's systems that yogis have created where they live without food, for instance. So it's in every dualistic situation there's a food force, the law of three, and that law of three applies to everything, even with hunger. And I think that some yogis out there will, Western yogis even will be well read on certain practices that yogis hidden away in the Himalayas or wherever, they practice, they can live from the sun without any food, and some yogis have lived for many years without ever eating food, whether you want to believe that or not. Well, I think that the possibility is there. I do know that during the time that I went into deep meditation and that I was close to enlightenment, that I required less food. The Buddha only ate a grain of rice a day, apparently, to sustain him. And so I don't think he went into, he had enlightenment, but personally, I don't think that he went into the more deeper science of enlightenment. And a lot of lineages left certain practices for enlightened people to use in certain situations of survival, or disappearing, or all kinds of stuff like that. But only enlightened people can do it, people who had enlightenment. And what we got today is we've got people who's making money out of writing books, stealing this information from these holy texts and putting it out there, and people think that, if I practice this, I can. But what they don't tell you is that you have to first taste enlightenment, the universal consciousness, and remember that this universal consciousness created the whole universe. And when you become that universal consciousness, then it's possible that you can create a universe yourself. And we're doing it all the time. We spoke about egos, we spoke about guides, we spoke about tulpas and these things, psychometry and what have you, projecting energy into an object and it becoming something else on the astral plane. So,
But can there be a world without evil?
Well, this world, I think there are worlds without evil.
But not this world.
But this world is a school class, it's like if you go back to your old primary school, there's year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. And they'll always remain there, those schools, until there's no longer any animals left in the jungle. And that's even evolutionary metaphor to that. And I think that, because a lot of people are saying that I think we covered that little point before somewhere, a lot of people are saying, well, there's less animals, us human beings are killing the animals off. But the truth is, on the soul level, the spirit level, they're not actually being killed off, but they are manifesting themselves into newer species, and eventually
form.
they become human beings. So although the animal kingdom is dying away, the human beings are becoming more and more.
We spoke about that with Craig.
Did we?
Yeah,
Oh.
when we were in their studio, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, that are school of thought, that there is people saying, well, how can we reincarnate? So long ago there was only so many people, and now we have 7 billion or 6 billion.
That's right. I remember.
And then the theory is that species die out. And why do they die out? Because they have all incarnated into
higher species.
Yeah,
and that's what.
Well, happens. I wouldn't say high, because that makes that this is lower, this is high. Well, they just evolve into another form, and then they become human beings eventually.
What I want to say about that is that in my memory and understanding of the progression of reincarnation into different forms is, and again, this is something that can't be proven. And it can't be. It's possible in the future it might be proven, but if it is proven, then remember I said it first.
You heard it first in the Happy Life Show.
What I'll say is that you start off. Let's say I won't start from the very beginning of the first process of the first raindrop of life, and but I'll start off with an animal like a deer, or antelope, let's say. An antelope is a deer, isn't it?
They are the same type of species.
Yeah, and those animals, they are governed by fear, and they run like hell to save themselves. Okay, and they have little experience of any other parts of life on planet Earth. But then one day, they're in their bodies, and then they see something. There's a lion attacking one of his relatives, and it kills it and tears it to pieces. And the antelope is fearful of that, totally, utterly frightened, and it runs, it escapes, and maybe it goes into the jaws of another lion, then gets killed again. But that experience gave essence of desire within that antelope, and it appreciated the lion's power and strength, and that became a desire, and then it becomes killed itself. Total power, total dominion over its life and death situation. So therefore it left the essence of desire within the soul of the antelope, and so it goes out of the world, and then it comes back. That essence of desire is still within, all the way through in the soul of that animal. Then it becomes a lion, and so the lion, it lives and is the king of the jungle. But then one day it sees something again. A human being shoots one of his family, and so it recognizes cause and effect. Those straight sticks, they shoot and they kill. This thing, whatever it is, this human shape, it's got power and dominion over my life. I have to run from this because my relatives have been killed by this man with his stick. And so, again, it's left the animal's soul with the essence of desire and the power, the dominion to live. And so therefore that strength of desire goes again into the next, and next time he becomes a man, a black man in Africa. And the same thing keeps happening. And men, once we get into the human sagas, we start picking up certain desires, and this is a good looking person, look at the popularity of this person, so therefore I desire to become this good looking person in my next life, so therefore I pop out, I come back, and I'm a good looking person. And then it's there's lots of interesting films that might give you an understanding of maybe you can think of one because you know. Anyway, so you become that. You are the essence of, you imprint on your soul the essence of desire, and each time you pop out and pop in, you manifest that which you desire. But in the human species, we come to issues then, mental issues, emotional issues, and we are dealing with those issues in a certain way, and we become stuck because our desire to live and in comfort is stronger than our sense and our intelligence to move a better way through our life. But each time we get stuck by there and we make a wrong choice. And so we have a desire to be free of the choice, but we also have a instinctive desire to make that choice. So the instincts feel pleasant when they're stimulated, but often, like we pick the same bad woman each time we come back. And so we pick this woman, and but she causes havoc in my family, my life, and in the end she runs off with another guy. And so I'm stuck there, and I come back, I'll make the same choice, stuck there, come back, and then eventually something, the essence of desire comes back to you, where you don't want to, you want something better than this stimulation that this woman is giving you. So you're able, at the first time you meet this woman, to overcome the desire to be with this woman, and because something have changed.
And that's how you change
and that's
the
how
destiny.
Cause and effect.
Through desire changes your destiny.
Yeah.
And you once told me that your strongest desire at the moment of death is what you carry on into your next life, because in your former life you was Gurdjieff, and Gurdjieff was hairless.
Yeah.
And you stood out in the
Turkish saunas.
Armenia,
yeah. Or Turkish.
Lots of people, a culture where men are often very hairy.
Yeah.
And being a man who has hardly any bodily hair, you stood out. So you had a strong desire to have hair in this life, and oh boy, although he doesn't have it on his head, further and under the bottom of his soles and his part further than everywhere.
It's hairy.
Very hairy, yes.
I'm shaved like a sheep every year. Just to cool
That's
off
why
a
he
bit.
was born in Wales. So that is interesting. So your strongest desire at the moment when you leave this body will be manifested in your next life. That's why it's probably also people unconsciously know that it's really important how your state of mind while you die.
Yes. It's all part of it, but there is a kind of blue imprint of everything. Like we've lived this life, and I've created an imprint for my next life, and I was challenged with the point where I would have become crippled if I took the wrong choice, and there was a little incident, and if I took my usual choice, a macho stance, I would have become a cripple, but I'd experienced it in my past life
and you
lives
remembered
before.
it, yeah.
And something inside me, it wasn't a kind of, I
conscious
remember this,
no.
although I do have memories, but we are a bit unconscious of those memories when we're in the actual moment of a situation, an instinctive situation where your instincts are going to take over. So in every life, it's the instincts that get us in trouble. This is about evil, this talk, isn't it? The instincts get us in trouble. That is the body, right? And we like things that feel nice. We like things that's easy. We like the easiest way out. But sometimes the easiest way out turns out in time to be the hardest way. And so therefore, that's what evolves us. We make the wrong choices. Only because the instinctive animal in us tells us it's nice, but eventually the higher self, the reasoning, the awareness, informs us that there's a better choice than this. And therefore, we change, we evolve slightly, and then we climb up a little step in our own evolution towards a God species. And we're all aiming towards godhood, goddesshood, or whatever. And the universe is God, and we recognize it every day. but we're not conscious of it.
Yeah.
Mentally conscious of it,
Yes.
that is. Thinking
That's right.
conscious.
Yeah.
As soon as you let go, as soon as you become silent, as soon as you become free, then you recognize who you are, what you are. There's no you, me or I, and there's only living divine energy of the all cosmic, beautiful, me universe. Okay.
I think we covered it, what evil is and why it is here.
Is there something I might have missed on this evil? So, yes, if you want to believe there's evil out there is evil out there. But if you understand, for instance, during the process of towards enlightenment, you have to undo all the knots inside yourself. And a lot of our problem is getting past our own guilt. And it's all been pushed down because we lied to ourselves. I told you, we want to believe we're a good person. We made this artificial image of ourselves, which is good to you, to me. And I've told you about this person that I am. And then when we sit and face ourselves, we see that these things we put in place to make who we are came from somewhere that's not so nice. And we're not good people. And that's a breakdown, that's a breakdown of your whole ego and all the truths, you're nothing but a shit. And then, okay, that's a breakdown, emotional breakdown. And then you're clear then to start looking at all those individual items in yourself. Well, why did I become like that? And then ask why. And then you sit in meditation and you wait. And suddenly you'll be transported to the first point in time where you came up to a point where you started making that choice. And that choice became part of your personality. And then so you go right back to when you were 6 months old even. And you undo that choice you made to become that personality, and it's gone. So the personality has just been unknotted. And eventually you undo all the knots like that.
And that is meditation.
And that's meditation. Yeah.
We don't often hear people speak about that, do we? Because most people get their knowledge from a book. And they just tell you sit. And in a way that is true. Just sit. But if you just sit, you will come across this process of reasoning and contemplation, and we often called it reasoning to 0 point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Until there is no answer anymore, and you accept fully what stands before you.
Yeah.
And that's how you did it.
Yeah.
That's
because
and you
thing,
never learned that. Nobody ever taught you.
Well, not in this life.
No.
But I found out.
Yes,
a few
of course.
Things. And
yes.
The thing is, right? You try sit in. Just sit in. Most people cannot sit. I mean, when I say sit, what I'm doing now, and do nothing. No watch telly, no mess with your phone.
Don't move.
Nothing, no read, nothing, just sit. And then suddenly things will start cropping up. And you want to run from that again and start running. And you want to try to find something to do. Eventually, if you keep doing that every day, everything will be put before your face.
Yes.
And it won't be an easy journey. So you've conditioned yourself to run all the time.
Yes, because we talked about running away in other concepts, but it's true. We keep ourselves busy all day. And then the moment we hit the pillow in the evening to sleep, many people can't sleep because everything they have been running away from floods in and overwhelms them.
Yeah, or all the fantasies they have can turn up, and that's when you sleep. You can have a nice train of thought in your sleep, which will send you off to sleep, or you can have something that's anxious, making you feel anxious and kicking off all your instincts.
But we don't run away from nice feelings.
No. So we just sink into them and sleep.
Yeah.
Or just mundane thoughts and feelings, just anything really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have covered it from.
And what was that?
If
again?
everybody else,
evil.
Yeah, if,
no evil.
If you have
No
any
evil
questions about evil, or if you think we missed something out, or if you don't agree with us, we also want to hear that.
Please challenge us.
Yes,
challenge
because
me.
that is good for everybody's development. You know, we are not all knowing. I am not all knowing. Ozay, if he is in the right state, because as closer you come to enlightenment, and he has experienced enlightenment, you become all-knowing. So, yeah, that
sounds big-headed, doesn't it? But I've said it myself.
It's just the truth.
I've got all the answers.
Yes.
And
just
if
ask.
you want to know what all those answers are,
ask.
just ask and you'll get it.
Yes.
Simple.
All right then.
Okay.
For those who haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit the bell. And leave a comment, even if it's just saying hello. We just love to hear from you. And there is also a link to Ozay's book that he has written. And you can also buy some coffee if you like. There's also a link there. All right, we see you next time for number 4 talk out of this series of 6.
Yes, we see you senare.
Yes. Bye bye. Hej då!
Hej då!